I too would. All right, guys. So this starts in 2 days. It's like All Stars. Anyone who's obviously there's probably gonna be a few WoW people in the chat now, but RuneScape just had a thing called All Stars, which is basically the 30 biggest content creators. Was it 30? It's 25. It was 25. And that finished about 2 months ago, and then now we're doing Bronzeman mode. Yeah. Anyway, this video will explain it to you. But we're about to watch it.
In the white room. I got it. Let's go. No way. No way. That's gotta be fake.
You're trolling.
Oh my god.
Okay.
What the fuck? Look how laggy it is. The hit didn't even start.
Okay, should we downtown debug when he goes in the bank?
Big balls to get licked.
That's on Reese, by the way.
Welcome to all new Raiders. I'm giving a gift sub to anyone who can answer the following trivia question. In the hit movie, The Benchwarmers,
The GOAT
what
team.
was written on
Look at all the
Carlos's
perpetrators.
birth certificate?
Levash.
Go on Beasts Get Guessing.
Welcome to Bronzeman Mode Creator Showdown. In this month-long event starting July 15th at 5 PM BST, 4 teams of 5 will form a group Bronzeman together. Starting at level 3, each team will progress their Bronzeman accounts as a group. A Bronzeman account is a PvP version of an Iron Man. When you spawn in at level 3, every item in the game is locked. Items can only be unlocked through PKing other players or obtaining the item yourself. So if you want to PK with Dragon Claws, you need to unlock it first either by taking it from another player or heading to
Also,
the Chambers of Xerath
I am
and getting
gay.
them as a drop. Once a player unlocks an item, the entire group receives that unlock and can all buy it on the Grand Exchange like a regular player. So if Oda
Bro,
unlocks
shut
an
up,
AGS,
Alex.
his group member Reese can then buy the AGS on the Grand Exchange, provided that he has the money to do so. Each team will have to strategize and come up with the best plan possible to win in the weekly event. Yes, the weekly event. Each weekly challenge will
Vesta,
take place on Tuesday.
you
8
literally-
PM BST starting.
Torvesta, you literally got invited. And you said, no, I can't do it. I cannot do it. Wait, Torvesta, you should do the duo cast with the big boatman. I reckon if you said something to him, he'd probably get you on. Do it.
July 22nd. Bodhi will both be spectating and casting them on his stream, along with the competitors streaming their own point of views. The first event is Team Deathmatch. In a restricted area, all teams will have 30 minutes to rack up as many kills as possible. At the end of the allotted time, the team with the most kills win the challenge. The second event taking place on the second
This is
week
cool,
will
by the
be
way.
Protect the President. Each team will assign one player, the president, designated by a crown. Each team will have to hunt down the other team's presidents while protecting their own. For the third week and the final event leading up to the finale is a 5v5 clan wars.
So basically, these things are very. This is going to be what everyone is going to want to watch every single week. It's 5 AM Australian time. These different challenges, right? The first one, which is
July
this one
22nd.
here.
Bodhi will both be spectating and casting them on his stream, along with the competitors streaming their own point of views. The first event is Team Deathmatch. In a restricted area, all teams will have 30 minutes to rack up.
So that's obviously quite an interesting thing. And now the thing is, they've locked the combat level to 65, which means you have to strategize your combat stats accordingly to 65 combat. Which means if people want sufferings, if people want barrage, if people want smite, everyone has to think around what their combat level is going to be. And the locations they've chosen and stuff like that is very interesting. They also have provided us a private world for these weekly events, so that obviously if we do it on a normal world, the events will just be perma-ragged, obviously. So we have a private world each week. The challenges will be done on the private world, and then the finale will also be done on the private world. So I'm not sure how that's going to work, because Usually when we have these accounts, like for All-Stars and stuff like that, you can't play on the main game because it's obviously it's like a different save. But we're going to have to be able to play on the main game, but also have access to a private world. It's impossible to train up that fast, so everyone starts at a level 3, right? I don't think... Well, see, the thing is, you can have Barrage with a thing called a Forgotten Brew. It boosts your mage level by 9, I think. So if you have 85 mage, you can have Forgotten Brews and run the multi-fight with Barrage, right? 85 mage is extremely doable in 7 days. Very, very doable, especially because we're content creators. We are going to be playing an insane amount, especially in the first week. Wouldn't you have to PK a Forgotten Brew though? Yeah, but nearly every single person at Scorpio has a Forgotten Brew. I think in my loot tracker, just from the last week alone, I think I've killed I PK'd like probably 40 Forgotten Brews. So we will hit the combat levels first week. I think we'll hit the combat cap every single week. Are there time caps like All-Stars? No time cap, but there's combat level caps. I think everyone will hit the combat level cap unless someone has something on. The final week, so after a month, the combat cap is 105, which means most teams will probably hit it, I think. Because if you think of 105 combat, you think, oh my god, that's a long time to get 105 combat for a pking build, right? But that's because people usually go for like 99 strength, which takes a long time. But if you go like 80 attack, 80 defense, 85 strength, which is 105, it's not as bad, right? It's more so the hit points which is a struggle. People are going to be in the final with like 90 hit points, right? So I don't think it's possible to get 99 hit points in a month, if I'm not wrong. I could be wrong, but what is a multiplier? It's no multiplier on XP. So Chins would be an easy 99 HP though. Would it? Because what is Chinning? Chinning's like 400k. Keep in mind, we're not gonna get Elite Void, are we? We're gonna be chinning in Black D Hide. If you get enough GP, you just chin 30 mil range XP. You just burst Slayer or something as well. Nah, bro, no one is training Slayer, right? Unless. So the only reason people train Slayer is 69 Slayer to do MM2 to burst in MM2. Is that worth it? Is it like, would the MM2 bursting alone save enough time that the quest would take? Probably not, right? How does it smell? It smells great, actually. I just had a shower. Deodorant, I'm clean as a whistle. Clean, washed hair. Look at that as well. Even got, see my little alfalfa at the back? Like a signal beacon. Apparently, we are not allowed to do ox boosting. Hang on. Yeah, there's something in it, and it specifically targets EVscape. Let me read the rules 1 second. It says, rules, where are we? No spec transferring service to increase XP rates. I don't know what that is. No spec transferring service. What's spec transfer for XP? Is that for mage XP? No services to increase XP rates. I think that means like paying for a person to like dance the monkeys, whatever it is. No mega scaling a Chambers of Xeric to increase your XP rates. In brackets. I'm looking at you, EVscape. I think that's because Jake stacks up the mystics and throws the chins and gets heaps of XP. I've never done it, but I've heard that that is really good. World Hider has to be on at all times. This is both for your own sake and to protect from other people from donating items. Clan chats will be set up. Use those to hop to each other's. Yep. No stream sniping to kill other teams, obviously. You can still view other contests and stream for fun and talking there, but just don't use it for an advantage. You should have wrote, looking at you, DitterBitter. UAV online. No, I don't understand what no services to increase XP rates is. I don't understand that. But BMM teams will function as a group Iron Man team would. You are not allowed to be carried through raids, bosses, or anything to give yourself an advantage / drop with the help of other players outside of your team. No use of your stream to give an advantage, i.e. if a channel says there's a dude risking 50 mil at altar, and you go, your team goes there and kills them, it's probably because the chat is there waiting for you to kill them. Yep, makes sense. No risk fighting, brackets, nerfing Odablock. Risk fighting with pre-grid risk will not be allowed. I think that's fair, because otherwise Odablock's team would be so cashed up. Vengeance is also banned in the final. It's spec transfer for garage door spec XP. Okay, I didn't even know that was a thing. Sticky stuff. Thank you for the primer.
Second event taking place on the
Thank you,
second
Base.
week will be Protect the President. Each
This
team
is
will
cool.
assign one player, the president, designated by a crown. Each team will have to hunt down the other team's president while protecting their own. For the third week and the final event leading up...
Why no Venge? Because Venge Bolt Raggers are very boring and very not fun to watch to fight.
to the finale is a
Zero skill.
5v5 Clan Wars style fight. Each team will go head to head in a round robin.
I think we win this. No cap. Every single person on our team has multi-experience except Katarina. I think Katarina's going to get targeted. Bit of a Spark Mac endeavor, but yeah, I reckon we're going to get into a fight and the people are just going to kill Katarina instantly. It's going to be bad, but
Style tournament until a victor is decided. And fear not, each one of these events will have a special reward at the end for the winners to set up their team for the finale.
You're going to switch up your sleep and stream schedule again for this? Yes, I woke up at 5 a.m. today. I'm waking up at 3 a.m. tomorrow and then 1 a.m. on Wednesday. I'm only doing the one stream start at 1 a.m. and then I'm going back to the normal schedule. I'll probably go live like 10 a.m. instead of midday for the normal schedule. So, this is in 2 days, Bremen.
Finale. For the finale taking place on the 16th of August at 8 p.m. BST, each team will gear themselves up for a DMM All-Stars style finale. Whichever team is crowned the winner will tally their combined bank value and have the opportunity to steal that money from each one of the remaining teams. The entire Creator Showdown, aside from the weekly events, will take place on the regular old-school RuneScape servers, meaning we will be at the mercy of the viewers. Stream sniping will happen, and there will be a lot of the classic paid actors. It's not uncommon for viewers to want to donate or sabotage.
So what this is here? This is an account that has like 70 strength, 10 HP. They're level 30 combat. But there is going to be so many of these accounts. I already know about 10 different people who have made 60 range deboers for day one, because pretty much every team's going to try to get a Lava Dragons early. There will literally be, I reckon, I'm not even joking, I reckon there will be 50 to 100, if not more, little raggers like this that are just hopping around trying to one-hit the people doing the Bronzeman mode. I reckon maybe over 100. Because, I'm not going to lie, if I wasn't doing this, I'm 100% making a deboer and just logging in, deboing people. And just because people are going to get so mad. Like, Katarina on my team is going to get ragged so much and is
sabotage for their creators. However, this event is meant to be for fun. It's not meant to be super competitive. Each team will be responsible to check their own kills on its legitimacy. We simply do not have the resources to verify every single kill. Each week has combat level caps to avoid any
So these are the combat level caps: 65 first week, 80 second week, 90 third week, and then 105 fourth week. I think, pretty sure most people will hit the caps. Maybe the only hard cap to hit is, because I think most people will play this week 3 will probably be like Berserkers. It's like 45 def. That's like having 45 def, 88 strength, 90, like high 90 range, high 90 mage is 89 combat, I believe. So that's like 45. 50 def, I think might be the play for week 3. And then obviously just to go to week 4, people just get 75, 80 defense, and then that'll get them up there. So I think week 1 is pures. Week 2 will be like maybe 13 def accounts just to hit the combat cap. Week 3 will be 50 def accounts. Week 4 will probably just be everyone 80 def. What's to stop people just trading 1 mil cash and getting major? Everyone is a live stream atrocity, and everyone is a content creator. Not like it's fucking... and that's the other... Yeah, you can't trade with normal players, but surely off stream, though, No
A
one's doing that,
99
bro.
range 10 horsepower pure only costs $20.
We don't need to know that.
Snowballing. We want to keep the event fairly relaxed, and since it is on the main game, progression on the accounts
Money is not going to be a problem for anyone, though, Atrocity.
will be a lot slower. We felt that setting the combat level caps and rules in place was important to give the creators the free time off
Pirate Software is coming to old school RuneScape. Get ready. Are you trolling? Well, has he said he wants to do an old school stream?
if they needed it. This way, we can expect the weekly challenges and final to be somewhat evenly matched without someone feeling left behind just because they took a day off. Each weekly challenge will take place on a private world given to us by Jagex. Without their support, the weekly challenges would have been practically impossible to do without interruption, so a big thank you is due to Jagex. We're in a golden era of content creation, and everyone taking part in this has been a massive help. From Jagex to the creators to the artists and the community, they've all been extremely helpful setting this up from what was originally a very
Look at my mana.
idea from
Look at my
the
mana.
Bronzeman Mode I did last
What
year.
do you expect? What do you want me to
A
do?
big thank you to everyone involved, and for the rest of you, July 15th, 5 p.m. BST. Mark it in your calendar, and I will see you there.
How cool is that? That's a PogChamp, right? All right. That's 2 a.m. on Wednesday for Australians, by the way.